We are here as Durham Clergy United to offer our support, our endorsement for the office of City Council for Joshua Gunn. We've come together in this crucial time in the life of Durham to raise a single voice for a single candidate. I had a number of things I wanted to say this morning regarding Joshua and the need for a fresh voice and an independent mind to come to the City Council. But I think this morning's paper speaks for itself. We've all heard that in the last 30 hours, there have been 9 murders in this city. And the sad thing is, this morning's Durham Herald makes no mention of it on the front page. And so my question is, are the killings in this city becoming so routine that it does not even make the front page anymore? Has this city and our city leaders and the 3 incumbents who are running become so insensitive to the needs of the people that they would rather sidewalks and running trails than they would rather protect the people of our city? They've been there as incumbents, voting in blocks of 3s, giving themselves almost an immediate majority with just 1 vote, silencing the voices of our people. In a block of 3, just 1 vote. Just 1 vote, endorsed by a number of the incumbents, strangling the forward progress of the city, ignoring the voices and the wise counsel of those who are professionals, saying, never mind what you want, this is what we want. Saying, even publicly, as the blood of our children run in the streets of this city, saying Durham is more safer now than ever. When there's talk of canceling Halloween for our children, Durham is now safer than ever. When people are afraid to walk the streets, I walk the streets of this city, my neighborhood. Children are not playing in the streets anymore because they don't feel safe. The people of Durham need an independent voice. Someone who will not vote according to special interest, or who will not vote according to a special pact, but someone who will vote according to the needs of the community. And so that's why Durham Clergy United is coming to you to say, vote for Joshua Gunn. He is what this city needs. He knows this city. He's a product of this city. You produced him, Durham. You grew him. You educated him. He is now an entrepreneur in this city. He's a member of our church. And so, Durham, we say to you, vote for Joshua Gunn. Thank you.
My name is Frederick Davis, pastor of First Calvary Baptist Church, 1311 Moorhead Avenue, where I've served for the last 28 years. I'm also a former school board member of Durham Public Schools. I was also a part of the merging process. I'm here to support Joshua Gunn because I believe that, according to Scripture, this Joshua will fight the battle of Durham. This Joshua will stand for righteousness. This Joshua, and we're looking forward to have all of our millennials and even those in the middle age, between ages of 40 plus to 50 middle age. We're looking for you to not be at ease. This is a critical time. This is a time that we need to rise up. In the words of my leaders and my ancestors from the area of Lynette, Alabama, where I served prior to coming to Durham almost 28 years ago in Huntsville, Alabama, this man, we believe, will be a tree shaker, that he will then allow the things of the systems of Durham, the systemic evils of Durham, to come to play, that we can kill that which needs to be done away with. We don't need no longer. I know how it is to run as a candidate. I didn't get a lot of endorsements when I ran, but I'm saying to Joshua today, he will be the one to fight this battle of Durham. Joshua will win, and the walls of evilness, the walls of special interest groups will come down. Let's get out and vote. Let's do what we can do. Let's vote early. Let's vote early, and then let's vote on November the 5th for Joshua Gunn. My name again is Frederick Davis, and whether or not you believe it, I approve this message.
My name is Doug Carricker. I am the retired pastor of Christian Assembly Church in northern Durham. I'm here today to lend my endorsement to Joshua Gunn. Joshua is a man of courage. Joshua is a man of vision. And Joshua is a man of integrity, and we need those things in office. As has already been said, we have incumbents who vote as a block, and they stifle the voices here in this city, and those voices need to be heard. I'm absolutely shocked, as my comrades are here today, to see that people are dying in our streets, and yet our incumbents say, well, it's okay because crime is down overall in our city. I don't see how that means anything when the blood of our children is running in our streets. And when they say that when our mayor and when some of the incumbent city council people say that our city is safer and safer, I don't see how that can be true. Maybe that's true in certain parts of the city, and I'm here today because I can say maybe that's true for white people, but that is not true for the majority of the people in our city who live in fear of being gunned down on our streets. And that cannot continue. We should all be outraged, and we should all do something about it, and we have the opportunity to do something about it, and that is to vote for Joshua Gunn, because he brings a different change to the city. He is a husband, he is a father, he's an entrepreneur, he knows Durham, North Carolina because he grew up here, he knows the people on the streets, he knows what matters, and he has a plan to get things done. So I heartily endorse today Joshua Gunn for City Council. Thank you.
My name is Omar Beasley, and I'm the chairman of the Durham Committee on the Affairs of Black People, and probably one of the ones closer to the age of Mr. Joshua Gunn. The Durham Committee on Affairs had a slate of people that we endorsed for this selection. But there's one particular person that I'm here to stomp for, and that I strongly encourage everyone to turn out and vote for, and that's Joshua Gunn. Because here's a young man who stands on his own 2 feet, proudly born and bred and raised in the streets of Durham, prepared to lead this city into a better place. Joshua has served at the Durham Chamber of Commerce and brought plenty of jobs, plenty of employment opportunities to the people here in Durham. And he looks to do that serving you as your city council member. Joshua is a proud alum of Jordan High School. So he knows what's going on in our schools. He knows what's going on in our community. I strongly urge the people to turn out, because it's pathetic when less than 5% of the population of a city of 300,000 determines who will lead and who will direct how this city will go forward. We're asking for people to go to the polls and vote for Joshua Gunn. Take 1, take 2 people with you. Check the box for Joshua. Give him an opportunity to lead this city, to cast 1 vote that will separate and will break a block of 3. Vote Joshua Gunn for Durham City Council.
Hi, my name is Sheila Huggins. I stand here today representing the Friends of Durham. The Friends of Durham is primarily a business-oriented group, but we are supportive of having a good education system in our community, a very public, safe sort of community where people feel okay when they walk down the streets. And right now, that's not the situation that we have. We also are behind good government and a strong economy. And the strong economy piece is primarily why we are behind Joshua. Joshua brings experience to our city council that none of the other candidates have. If you've been listening, you've heard people talk about that $10,000 gap, the gap between those people who work in Durham and those people who live in Durham. Well, it's time for the people who live in Durham to have access to those jobs. We need Joshua on board because he knows how to do that. He does that on a daily basis. And if we're ready to take our community to another level, ready to move out of this situation where we have high poverty among our children, a double unemployment rate when we're looking at blacks in our community, we need someone like Joshua on board. The other reason is that's another way to tackle what's going on with crime. If you recall, you've heard some of our community leaders say in the past that crime is the career choice of last resort. When you feel like you don't have any other opportunities, that is what you choose. When you need to put food on your table, you need to pay for medicine, that is what you choose. So we need to have other options for people in our community. We are a business-oriented group. We're looking at education, public safety, good government, and especially a strong economy, and we feel like Joshua definitely brings that to the table. The Friends of Durham has endorsed Joshua both in the primary, and we ask you to support him again in the general election. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. A cross-section of Durham speaking clearly, speaking loudly for Joshua Gunn. I hope the cameras are getting the kinds of people who stand with Joshua Gunn this morning. The clergy, business people, we come in this morning. His fraternity stands with him. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is here to say that we stand, yes, we stand with Joshua Gunn, retired clergy, active clergy. We come this morning to say he is a product of Durham. He represents an opportunity to shift the climate, the political climate of Durham. And without further ado, we present to you the candidate that we support, the one candidate we support, Mr. Joshua Gunn.
Spectacular Magazine. We on the scene.